Hi, welcome to Guild Chat. I'm your host Ruby, and today we are going to talk about next week's Guild Wars 2 game update. That's coming on Tuesday. It's bringing so much stuff. We've got bug fixes and updates. The first round of new legendaries is coming. Spirit Veil, the first wing of the raid, is going to be here, and the enhanced squad UI is coming. So I thought we'd give you a little heads up preview today. I don't want to spoil Spirit Veil for you all. We want to kind of let you experience that yourself and discover everything, and then next week we'll be talking all about that after you guys have had a chance to see it. We're going to talk about the enhanced squad UI today because I know a lot of you are going to want to jump in right away and start playing with that, and we figured we'd save you the time of figuring out how it worked by showing you. First though, we have a little update on fractals, and excuse my cheat sheet because we just got this information this morning. If you haven't been to our forums yet, John Corpening, our game director of many things, including fractals, posted an update on what we're bringing. We're going to be making some fractals changes coming in December, and the really abbreviated version is that we are going to be adjusting the toughness stat of creatures. You try saying it. To make damage builds a little more viable. We're going to increase the drop rate of ascended gear from your fractal dailies. Fractals are now going to contribute towards Central Tyrian masteries. Yay! And we are just giving some overall better rewards in fractals. John has a lot more details on that. You can check out our Dungeons and Fractals forum on the official Guild Wars 2 forums to see all of the details. But I thought I'd let you guys know in case you missed it that it's there and it's some new information for you. So, for now though, we have 3 of the gameplay programmers who worked on the enhanced squad UI. I'm trying to say ascended squad UI now. I'm not sure what that is, but it's now a thing. I'll just start with you, and I'll let you guys go down the line and tell us who you are and what you've been working on.
I'm Trevor Bennett. I've been working on the enhanced squad UI. Mostly I've been working on a lot of the back-end stuff about how the UI connects to the servers that manage your squad.
Branden G. I worked a lot of the front-end squad UI.
John Olson. I did a lot of the back end as well, although more on the user client side, I guess.
Awesome. All right, well, why don't we go ahead and jump right in and start showing off what this does and what it's for. Right now we have the commander tag functionality, and you're kind of expanding on that, right?
Yeah.
Just making a lot more. What was the purpose of, how did you get started on the enhanced squad UI project in the first place? Where did you want to go with that?
So we have in our game kind of two different ways to organize groups of people, parties and squads. And parties had a lot of functionality, but kind of the purpose of the party is to have kind of a loose coalition of players that are all on equal footing, and the squad is for a single leader organizing a group of players to do some task. Unfortunately, we did not have a lot of tools for the leader to actually organize their squad. Mm-hmm. So for the purposes of World v. World and raids, we needed to give more tools to the squad leader to accomplish goals that require organization of large groups of people.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we kind of built off of that. You're already in a squad, so I'll let you kind of explain how you even get started. When I update on Tuesday and I'm ready to get in there and I want to go to Spirit Veil right now, what do I do?
So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have the commander unlock. That is the only way to get most of the features we're about to show to you. If you don't have that, you can still form a squad just for the purposes of getting into the raid. Mm-hmm. But if you want to actually have the suite of tools that we've been working on, you're going to need to have the commander unlock.
Yeah,
No.
So if you don't have a commander tag, you can still use this. You can still make a raid squad.
Yeah.
It's just not as huge.
It's limited to 10 players. It's stuck in invite-only mode so that people can't just join you. You have to invite every person that you want to join the squad. Did I already say it's limited to 10 players?
You did.
Okay.
There's a lot to keep track of. It's okay.
And it's locked to other players all squad members can invite other players to the squad.
Okay.
But other than that, you can form up your 10-person squad and jump right into the raid. And you can do that by coming up to this button that's been here forever. And in this menu, just like it always has been, you can click the Create Squad button. It'll now be available to non-squad leaders, though.
Awesome.
Or to people who don't have the commander unlocked.
Okay, to non-people.
Non-people can
All
also
of you
use
get
commander.
well. So non-people like Char and Asura and Nord. That's totally where I was going with that. All right. So even if you don't have a commander tag, you can still take advantage of that. Find the little Start Your Squad button and jump on in. But if you do have a commander tag, there is so much stuff here. I don't even know where to begin. And that's what you're for.
Cool. Let's begin with the fancy new UI.
Because it's beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful. You have this new UI that shows everybody in your squad. It's organized into subgroups. You can see the total supply of each of your subgroups. So amongst all these people, they're slackers and have only collected 40 supply.
Oh my gosh, you guys, get on that.
This second one, apparently on top of things, collectively have 20 supply, and Mo down here has 10 supply. And then it also shows the supply of the entire squad up at the top.
All right, so that's your total, and you can kind of move people around into, how many subgroups can you have?
You can have up to 15 subgroups,
Okay.
and the squad max size is 50. So no, you can't put everyone in their own subgroup if you have all 50 people.
We have 50 subgroups. It's very important.
But yeah, so you can just click and drag people around with a very simple click and drag interface. If you drag people down to this bottom section, you can make even more subgroups.
Nice.
So I can root out who doesn't have supply, like Sadness and Lester.
Well, okay, Lester. Come on. Lester's probably still tired from last weekend. We'll give him a pass, but Sadness is going to need a talking to afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, so as you are organizing your groups, like if you're in World versus World and you want like, okay, you're my Havoc group. We're
Yeah.
going to pull you all in here.
Yeah, so you can just drag them all together. If you are, so this click and drag functionality is for the commander, so I can move everybody around. But if you are not the commander, you can still drag yourself around. So if the commander's put you in some subgroup and you don't think you belong there, and rather than messaging to the commander, hey, put me in a different subgroup, you can just move yourself.
Okay, but only the commander can move everybody,
Yes.
so you don't have 50 people just willy-nilly dragging people
Yep.
all over the place.
And if the commander is super against people moving themselves around, they have the ability to lock specific subgroups. So say I have this is my Havoc subgroup, I can right-click this and lock it, and now only I can move people into that subgroup. If I also want to lock down the entire squad, I can come up here.
Please don't accidentally leave.
And I can lock all subgroups, and this just makes it so that no one can move themselves at all. And I also have that option in here, lock all
Okay.
subgroups.
Nice. So you get everybody organized in there, and what if you want to talk to them?
So for chat, you have squad chat just like before, so I can use /D to chat with everyone in the squad. You can also use /P, just like party chat, and party chat is now overloaded to chat with just your subgroup.
Okay.
So only Mo can hear this. Additionally, if you're the commander, you have access to broadcast. So you can come up here to squad broadcast and go team. And broadcast will be broadcast to
Nice.
everyone in the entire squad and also pop up on their screen. And then you can also broadcast to just your subgroup or any subgroup. So if I want to talk to subgroup 1, in the broadcast bar, I can type /1. And this is only for 1. And
Ta-da!
so everyone else that's not in subgroup 1 did not see that message.
Okay. And if all of the subgroups are talking within their small subgroups, just like party chat, but that's not coming in and flooding your incoming channel, right?
So if you are not in the same subgroup as the commander, you can totally trash talk him all you want. He can't see a thing.
Not recommended.
Until he sneaks in. It's like, what are you guys saying about me?
Hey. That's amazing. So you can see, oh, that works.
I give up. Give up on typing.
I wish you guys could have seen that. That was the best spelling of the word about ever. There's like 9 letters in that word. I thought it was just me that did that stuff. Okay, so you're pulling everybody around. You get all of your groups set up. What's the advantage of having these subgroups, aside from being able to talk to them?
So.
And you guys can totally jump. We're having like a really good time over here.
Yeah, no, you guys doing great.
It's all good.
So, a good advantage of this is just overall status of your group.
Knowing what's going on.
Yeah, I can now see everyone's alive and at full health. It's pretty cool. So these slates for each player show things
Oh, yeah.
like once Trevor types it in, you can see his health is going down.
Stop dying.
If you're going to Death Shroud, if you were to go into Death
It's
Shroud,
like, P.S. Trevor, go into
Oh,
Death
too late.
Shroud.
I
Oh no, save me! All right, but you can see in the squad UI that we can see that Trevor is now bleeding to death, and someone needs to help. It looks like the pet rock is helping you.
yes.
That's fantastic. My pet
Yeah.
rock is flawed. He does
There
not
we
do
go.
that.
Death Shroud.
yeah. So we maintain a lot of the same
Oh.
health status things we showed before. It also, you're able to see everyone in your squad on your map.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's here. They're all right here though. So.
Oh yeah.
So it's a kind
So,
of nice
but
way
if
to
they
see.
were running around in different places,
Yep.
you'd be able to take a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I love that there's a character named Feed Me Blood, like waiting for you to bleed to death again. All right. So what if you're just covered in conditions, and you want your squad leader to see what's up? Squad leader can see that, right?
Unfortunately, there's a lot of information to show on these slates. We spent a lot of time trying to discuss on how we could show things like boons and conditions, as
Yeah.
it was a lot of feedback we received from the BWE3 event.
Thank you guys. Seriously.
Yeah. So we added this new feature we're calling Toggle Squad. It basically allows you to go to a simple party UI
Yeah.
for your subgroup.
Okay.
So while you cannot see the whole squad, you can see essentially your party.
Yeah. All right. So you can see again that Trevor, seriously, can I get you a Band-Aid or something? Please stop bleeding to death. All right, so within your squad, you can see boons and conditions and
Yeah.
what's
your
happening to
subgroup
you
or-
Yeah.
in your subgroup. I'm going to keep saying squad, and you can just keep correcting me and reminding me that it
Sounds
is a
good.
subgroup, in fact.
We do it constantly as well.
There's
so.
a reason I don't command.
So yeah, you can swap back and forth. This view for screen real estate purposes is limited to 10 players. So even if you have a massive subgroup, it's not going to scroll off the screen.
I'm with that person. I can't says feed me blood.
So yeah, that's really fun.
I am like super distracted by all of everything happening here and like over there, and keep bleeding to death, please. That's fantastic. We talked a little bit more about boons and conditions, and I wanted to talk about how within your subgroup, see, I said subgroup this time, go me. Handing out boons are prioritized.
Yeah, does John want
Yeah.
to talk about that?
It's like, this was a cool thing that I wrote down because I wanted to remember.
Within your subgroup, boons are the highest priority. This also applies to parties, and then your boons and conditions will spread out to the squad, and then other players, and then your minions or pets, gadgets, turrets, that kind of thing, and then anyone else's minions, pets, gadgets,
kennel.
things like that.
Yeah.
Yes, the kennel.
See how I
sorry.
remembered?
And then finally, anything else that happens to also be able to take boons and conditions and stuff like that.
Specifically boons, right?
Let's
Sharing
kind of
conditions.
Please don't give
Right.
conditions to your
it's
squad
kind of a variety of things.
Do I need to
that
get
affect
out of your
animals.
subgroup so that you stop
because you're handing out bleeding.
You get bleeding.
All right, so the whole UI, I mean, I feel like this had the potential to be really, really messy, and you guys managed to keep it pretty clean and easy to understand.
Yeah, that is mostly
That was
thanks
good.
to Matthew Cox, who designed
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
the whole thing. My first pass on just throwing information on screen looked horrendous. You might have seen a little taste of that in the beta weekend, but we've been working with him to make it not quite so hideous.
All right. So what else can you do with this that I'm missing?
Man, there's so many more features. Let's just look at this menu.
Yeah, go for it.
So I already showed you lock all subgroups. I briefly mentioned allowing members to send invites. So if this is unchecked, only the commander can send out invites to join the squad. If it's checked, because you're just like a world-to-world commander and you don't want to have to deal with that, you can allow anyone in your squad to send invites. This drop-down allows you to swap from a raiding squad to a full World v World squad. The only difference is the max number of members. So a raiding squad is capped at 10 players, and you must be in a raiding squad to enter a raid.
Okay.
So no sneaking extra players into the 10-man raid. It is designed around 10 people. So we will block you from bringing more
we're not
in.
going to let you into Spirit Vale if you try to go in with 50 World versus World players.
Yeah, it's not going to work out very well.
Doesn't happen.
This drop-down, you have 3 options for organizing your squad. By default, it's an open join, which means that anyone can just apply to join your squad and be in it, kind of like how squads currently exist. The next option is the closed squad, which people can apply to join your squad, but just like parties, you then have to accept the application. And then finally, there's the invite-only squad, which means that you won't even, except for the commander, you won't even appear to be in a squad to other people, and you must invite them in order for them to end up in the squad.
All right. So what happens if I'm in a group, say the 4 of us are grouped up and we're running around and a commander invites me into his squad? What happens to you guys?
So if we're all in a party and a commander invites you, it actually invites our entire party, just to really streamline that process of getting grouped up to join a squad.
I have a +3. Is that okay?
Yeah. Additionally, if we're all in a party and you apply to join a squad, if it's an open squad, your application to the squad will automatically invite the rest of us. And also, if it's a closed squad, you will apply to join the squad, and then the rest of us, it will be suggested to join the squad.
Okay.
And what suggested means is that on our screen and on the commander's screen, it will pop up requesting a confirmation. So if the commander accepts the suggestion, it will actually invite us. If we accept the suggestion, we will apply. And as long as both parties agree that they should be in the squad, you end up in the squad.
Awesome. All right. Sorry. Carry on. I wanted to ask about that, though.
Yeah. That was a good portion of the start of the development on this, is getting that whole flow worked out.
Really?
Yep. Another feature is the ready check. So if I click ready check, it will request that everyone else in the squad readies up, and I can keep track of who's ready. I can yell at them, you know.
It's like a test of who's paying attention right now.
And slowly but surely they will ready up. I think we have some AFK players, so maybe I'll kick those guys.
It's like they're working. It's ridiculous. Cameron's like up there playing with it.
Yeah, so...
I'm ready. I'm not ready. I'm ready.
Once you receive a ready check, you'll get a pop-up on your screen to click yes or no. Cameron's not ready. You'll get a pop-up on your screen to say whether you're ready or not. You can click yes or no, and then afterwards you'll be able to come up to this menu here to change your ready status, or you can also just click on your button to change it. I can't because I'm the commander. Or I can. I just canceled the entire ready check.
Cancel the entire thing, yeah.
So that's good. That
So
works.
forget it. I'm mad. We're not going to do this.
So that's the whole ready check system. Did I miss anything?
No, it's a you can ready, you can not ready.
You can apparently yell in chat about how you're not prepared for this. I wish you guys could see
Yep.
chat. They're having way too much fun down there in the corner.
What else can I do? So I'm the leader of the squad right now, and I can make other people the leaders of the squad.
Oh, you should change that.
By-
Resizing though.
By appointing Cameron is now the leader of the squad.
I bet he's not prepared for that either.
So yeah, now he's the commander. he can assign it back to me, and we can have fights about leadership and deferring it.
So what if you just what if you really don't want to lead this squad, so you just leave?
So Cameron can leave.
Jeez. He is drunk with power.
So
He literally just told Cameron to get out.
so if Cameron leaves the squad, as I requested him, we will run around as a leaderless squad.
But now there's a power
And-
vacuum.
Yes, and because I am able to lead the squad, I have Commander unlocked. I saw this pop up on my screen, and I can come over here and click lead, and I can become the leader again. So if your World v. World commander is just done for the day, and he decides to leave, anyone else can step up that's already in the squad. It doesn't have to disband and reform.
Okay. So you have all of these people here. What if like 10 of them are drunk with power and everybody hits the volunteer button at once?
So it is a race. The first person to click the lead button and get that message to our servers will become the new leader. If within that really tight time frame, multiple people actually get the message to the server at the same time, the person who has been in the squad the longest will win.
Nice.
So
All right.
it'll show your dedication. I will invite Cameron back as a peon.
Please tell me you guys added a peon option. I would take that rank in a heartbeat. Is he going to come back? Is he going to forgive you?
Yes, he's accepted.
Okay.
He's forgiven.
All right. You can come back.
All is forgiven.
This is why we need to show this particular chat. Thank you, gracious leader. All right, so what else can you do?
What?
The UI resizes,
Oh, yeah.
which is pretty cool. We realized it could take a lot of real estate, so the whole thing shrinks down to a pretty tiny size.
Yeah. The smaller it is, the less information it shows, mostly cutting out names.
Because you run out of room.
But yeah, you can see profession icons and specialization icons. Apparently Dragon Hunter is the popular form of Guardian.
Oh, hey. I've heard that once or twice.
Yeah. So,
All right, so how hard was it getting this whipped into shape the way you wanted it? Please don't cry. Please don't cry.
it's been a long road.
Yeah.
I was
long.
working on it for a while by myself, and then it was not going to be ready. So we pulled in a couple more people. They've been very helpful in this final leg, and it's not even done. There's so much more that we want to do that we're going to continue working on.
Yeah, you guys have some more stuff, and it's not like, okay, we're going to have all these things next week.
Yeah.
But you're still working. It's not just like,
Yeah.
okay, Commander UI is done, we're walking away, project is over. I mean,
Yeah.
you mentioned to me that you're working on like chat bubbles,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which seems like such a simple thing, but we were making the few lines of code joke
Yeah.
yesterday while we were talking about this. So there's a lot more that you want coming, but for now, this is an enormous, enormous improvement and
Yeah.
going to be incredibly helpful in Spirit Vale and in World versus World.
Yeah, we hope you love it.
Yeah. All right, so that was your first run through. That should help you jump in a little bit faster, and you guys can start taking on Gorseval a little bit quicker. Thank you guys very, very much. You can continue. Oh, I thought you were saying, I was like, you can continue trash talking, but now he's just thanking them nicely.
Yes, I do want to thank all of my volunteers. Like, we realized that we were on this live stream today and didn't have anyone to join the
They
squad.
had no squad.
So I desperately sent emails around to my coworkers. So thank you very much to all of them
Yeah,
for
thank you
jumping
guys.
in and being warm bodies.
Yeah. And thanks to all of you who beat on this and broke it and helped these guys make it better. So,
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys for coming and running us through this. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys for next Tuesday, and we will see you next Friday on Guild Chat, where we'll be talking about Spirit Vale. Bye, guys.